Good morning, everyone. It's a cloudy day here. It might open up. Interesting. The whole sky is like on pictures, So all these layers of nice. Every day a little different. Yes. I have my youngest daughter coming visit today. Ooh, very excited, very excited. I always love seeing my children. Ah. So wonderful to leave something behind, really, when it comes down to it. And who are they? My children, my grandchildren, my great grandchildren, eventually. That's how we are reborn, huh? Yes? Yeah. All right. Well, let's get going here. I don't really know what's going on much in the world. I was busy with other things this whole weekend and enjoyed it. I was here all by myself. Oh my gosh, it's wonderful. Had one of my daughters come and visit, bring me some presents. A present. You guys want to know what it is? I only brought one pair of chopsticks because I thought, well, I'll bring one of my favorite pairs. I like to eat with chopsticks. And you eat slower, supposedly. All my life, all my life. I guess it started when I was busy rushing to school because, I slept every minute I could since I would be reading till 2 a.m., 3 a.m. Yeah. And then wolf down to breakfast and then go on. Yeah, we didn't get fed in school. In the wintertime, they had a soup kitchen, though. Yeah, they would set up for the ones that had to travel through the snow and cold, and some had to walk really far. Yeah, so they would have that. Yes, which I often stayed. It was 25 cents for fresh bread. I mean, we're talking fresh bread. Yeah, the real thing, and delicious soup every time. Yes, I think maybe I developed a real fondness for soup. Yeah, because of that. And I would stay. Do you know why? Yes, because I could read. Often there were only a few children that actually also made use of that. And it was great. I could sit in a corner, eat my lunch, and then read for an hour or more. Loved it. So, so then with children, this and that, right? Yeah. To sit down, as I said, man, I was a powerhouse. I mean, I really was when I think back, and often didn't get time to sit down. I got the veins that pop when you just stand too long, this, that. Yeah, I've got them to prove that. But anyway, on my legs. And so as time went on, you just get used to eating really fast, right? Yes, because 3 minutes? You got 3 minutes before the next one hollers, Mom! This or that. Okay. Oh, there's two geese flying overhead. Hi, guys, just two. And it seemed to be something ingrained now in me, and even when I have plenty of time to eat, it's still, and people may say, man, you eat fast. Yes, always done before anybody else, so chopsticks. Realize that if I have chopsticks, I eat slower. Yes? Okay. And I only had one pair with me, so if I eat upstairs and I want to eat I have to go downstairs. If I want to eat downstairs, okay. So my daughter here doesn't have any, none. What's wrong with that? I'm gonna have to leave her a couple of pairs. And my other daughter comes and she thought I had none. Yes, brings me a whole pack, brand new, really beautiful chopsticks. Yes. Oh, this is when you know your children want to please you in something they know you love. Yes, she thought I didn't have any, and they surprise you with just their thoughtfulness. Yes, yeah. Ugh, wonderful. Okay. Okay. Return of the Ark. We are in 1 Samuel 6. Oh, return of the Ark. Oh, it was returned. Well, that's news to me. Now let's see what this story is about. The Ark of Yahweh was in Philistine territory for 7 months. Really? I was amazed on how somehow some time-related stuff, they have it down just like that. I mean, who was this written down by? Samuel. Samuel wasn't in the Philistine. Oh, Samuel? Was it Samuel who wrote this down? It's just talking about Samuel. So, okay, all right. But they have these exact time frames for some things that I'm going, really? And then, how would you know that exactly, right? And then they have no time frames at all for certain other things. I'm going, that would be interesting to know how long that lasted, right? Yes? And it gets really confusing and conflicting, and yeah, but here we are. We had 7 months, so they were without it for 7 months, and the Philistines were with it for 7 months. The Philistines then called for their priests and diviners and asked, "What shall we do with the Ark of Yahweh? Tell us how to send it back to where it belongs." They replied, "If you sent the Ark of the God of Israel away, you must certainly not send it away without a gift. You must pay him a guilt offering." So they believe in God. Again, it says, so they do believe in God. Why don't they say, okay, well, how do we become a part of this? It's weird how this is all described. And priests and diviners and diviners, I guess they're really called. And they have no clue at all. Oh. All right. I know, it's the same today in a way. Okay. You will then recover and will realize why he continually oppressed you. They then asked, "What guilt offering ought we to pay him?" They replied, "Corresponding to the number of Philistine chiefs, 5 golden tumors and 5 golden rats, since the same plague afflicted your chiefs as the rest of you. So make models of your tumors and models of your rats, ravaging the territory, and pay honor to the God of Israel." Oh, that's just gross. What ideas are they coming up with? Seriously? Cast gold tumors and gold rats. Okay. He will stop oppressing you, your gods and your country. Why should you be as stubborn as Egypt and Pharaoh were? After he brought disasters on them, did they not let the people leave? Now then take and fit out a new cart and 2 milk cows that have never borne the yoke. Then harness the cows to the cart and take their calves back to the buyer. Then take the Ark of Yahweh, place it on the cart, and put the golden objects which you are paying him as guilt offering in a box beside it, and then send it off on its own. Watch it if it goes up the road to its own territory towards Beth Shemesh. Then he was responsible for this great harm to us. But if not, we shall know that it was not his hand that struck us, and that this has happened to us by chance. So, either you're sure about something or you're not, right? So what really happened is, well, there's stuff happening to our people right now, and it could be because, but they're not sure. How can you not be sure that that's what it was? So again, they're making kind of this bet. Anytime where there's gambling and a bet and certain deals and this and that involved, to kind of chance it, luck it, or whatever, no, not going for that. So this is already, to me, this doesn't make sense. Nothing to do with God. It doesn't have, it is the people's way of thinking on how to get out of something without really learning anything from it. What are the teachings here for the Philistines? It seems like they put a lot of emphasis into the Ark of God. Because of whatever. And yet, they're willing to, no, we got to get rid of that God. Why? Why wouldn't they want to be a part of God's people as well? Why not? I'm not getting it. And say, well, our gods obviously have no power. I mean, this God comes and it just ravaging our people, causing all kinds of problems. So instead of figuring out, okay, what do we have to do? Go and talk to the Israelites. What are the laws of your God? How can we become a part of them? Because our gods obviously are, hey, doggone, got toppled, neck broken, hands broken off, and obviously they can't stop what's going on. Well, what your God's doing here now? What was the intelligence of these people at that time? I just wonder, what's the intelligence of the people today? Oh, okay, we're certain that, okay, all right, what am I saying? What I see is, it was at that time the same. It was in the Old Testament, the New Testament, the completed Testament, it's always the same. The farther you try to get away from your original mind, which is God, that keeps everything together, keeps you running properly, has your heart to mind in the right place about everything. The farther you try to get away from that, the more confusing, the more unstable things get around people. Yes? That's what I find. Yeah. And why are they doing that? Why? Well, everybody loves the god of money. Money god. Mula mula. That is what rules the world. Power. Power. Competing with God. Right? Yes? I wish God like to, I don't know why you try to compete with me. This isn't a race. This isn't about. This isn't. Anyway, hurting yourself. Okay, let's see. The people did this. They took 2 milk cows and harnessed them to the cart. The people did this. What people? Again, who was it? Who actually did it? So the priest just hand out, okay, this is what needs to be done. You guys go ahead and you do it. Is that how it works? The people did this. It doesn't say who did it actually. Who did it? What were the names of the people who stuck that ark on the cart with all the gifts and the 2 cows? Who was it? Why aren't there any names? The people. Okay. Shutting their calves into the byre, they then put the ark of Yahweh on the cart with the box and golden rats and the models of their tumors. The cows made straight for Beth Shemesh, keeping to the one road, lowing as they went, and turning neither to right nor to left. The Philistine chiefs followed them as far as the boundaries of Beth Shemesh. The ark at Beth Shemesh. Let's go see what happens. And the cure for the cure for their problems, which seem to be tumors and rats, right? You make molds of gold of it and send it off, right? Yes? Okay. That's just all heathen stuff to me. The ark at Beth Shemesh. The people of Beth Shemesh were reaping the wheat harvest in the plain when they looked up and saw the ark and went joyfully to meet it. When the cart came to the field of Joshua of Beth Shemesh, it stopped. There was a large stone there, and they cut up the wood of the cart and offered the cows as a burnt offering to Yahweh. The Levites had taken down the ark of Yahweh and a box with it containing the golden objects and put these on a large stone. That day the people of Beth Shemesh presented burnt offerings and made sacrifices to Yahweh. The 5 chiefs of the Philistines, having witnessed this, went back to Ekron the same day. The golden tumors paid by the Philistines as a guilt offering to Yahweh were as follows: 1 for Ashdod, 1 for Gaza, 1 for Ashkelon, 1 for Gath, 1 for Ekron. and golden rats to the number of all the Philistine towns, those of the 5 chiefs, from fortified towns down to open villages. Still, to this day, the large stone in the field of Joshua of Bethshemesh, on which they put the ark of Yahweh, is a witness. Of the people of Bethshemesh, the sons of Jeconiah had not rejoiced when this... What? Oh, of the people of Bethshemesh, the sons of Jeconiah had not rejoiced when they saw the ark of Yahweh, and Yahweh struck down 70 of them. The people mourned because Yahweh had struck them so fiercely. Huh? Why did they not? Something comes to mind here. So, what? Man, that doesn't make any sense. Of the people of Bethshemesh, the sons of Jeconiah, we don't even know who that is, had not rejoiced when they saw the ark of Yahweh. Why not? And Yahweh struck down 70 of them. That's a weird. What? Oh, whatever. The ark at Kiriath Yearim. The people of Bethshemesh then said, who can stand his ground before Yahweh, this holy God? To whom shall he go, so that we are rid of him? So they sent messengers to the inhabitants of Kiriath Yearim to say, the Philistines have sent back the ark of Yahweh. Come down and take it up to your town. All right, that's the end of 6. Oh my gosh, nobody wants God. Oh my gosh, I just feel so bad for God. Oh, this is just here. Nobody. So here's the sons of Jeconiah, whoever they were. Okay, I don't even know who Jeconiah was. And they're going, I don't know, we're doing pretty good without that thing here, so I'm not sure. Do we want this back? Have you guys heard what happened? Oh, yeah, the tumors and the rats. What was that all about, right? Yeah, oh, and they're going, oh my gosh, what were they afflicted with, the Philistines, while they had the ark or something, right? They're going, well, I don't know if we want that now. Right? Nobody wants to take responsibility for the ark. Why not? So they rejoice. Sounds like, oh, they rejoice. Oh, we got the ark back. This, now make burnt offerings. I know what. And then they're going, but we don't want it here. Let's send it somewhere else. Well, first of all, where's the tent of meeting? Shouldn't it immediately, the priests, the Levites should be informed that, hey, guess what? And then have what? A procession. Bring it back to the tent of meeting. Doesn't say anything here. It just keeps getting moved around. As I said, ark got lost. Well, anyway, we have a saying. I've mentioned this before in Switzerland. It's called Hans im Schneckenloch hat alles Wasser. Wasser hat, das will er nicht. Und Wasser will, das hat er nicht. Ja. Der Hans im Schneckenloch hat alles Wasser will. John in his snail hole has everything he needs or wants, but what he has he doesn't want. What he wants he doesn't have yet. John in his little snail hole has everything he wants, needs. Not sure. Not sure what to say more about any of it. It's a one says so many things, and eventually you're going, I'm just repeating myself, and how's it gonna go? I'm reading the Bible as a condition, yes? And Spirit World can work with that, yes? That's how it works. Trying to understand Spirit World is like looking for a needle in a haystack sometimes. And I've got to just go with that. Yes. Yeah. I have limited understanding of many different things. But one thing I don't have limited understanding of is that God is love. Unconditional love. It's not God that does anything against us, mankind, or what he created here on earth, or created earth, or the universe, or the deep, the sea, or whatever. It's mankind that continuously rejects for one reason or another. And again, here they rejoice, then something happens to Jack and those people, and they lament again. What did God do to us? Right? Immediately, right? Yes? As if it was God. And then, well, we better get rid of that ark. The communication with God. Let's just pretend, but yeah, I can't hear, can't see it, can't hear. Yes? Not aware. It is what it is. Well, I'm going to get ready to have a nice visit with my youngest daughter. And got my granddaughter, oldest granddaughter here, and the neighborhood boy is going to come. We had a couple of wonderful days together, the boy and I, just by ourselves. Came up with all kinds of things to do and have fun with, and the boy loves to talk, and I love to talk, and had great conversations about all different kinds of things. The boy already, he's 7 years old, has a real beautiful connection to God already in Spirit World. He loves gospel songs. He loves the songs. He says, hey, you want to hear this song, Grozy? I said, sure, let's hear this song. And it's always, you can tell at home he's guided with what? Yes? And he's already found that joy in music that I'd say, yeah, that music will guide you through your life. It will. Yes? He has a beautiful voice, too. And we were singing together. Yeah. Love it. Just love it. Yeah. Yes? Anyway. So there it is. I guess the bottom line is when one really invites God into their life, obeys God's laws, to the best of one's ability, yes, and of course always, well, I can do better than that, even if there are some problems. Then one is also willing to, okay, there are going to be some consequences to certain things. It's just the way it is, especially now. We don't live in the ideal world. We just don't. So one accepts that. When one doesn't, when one rejects God, one also rejects the consequences. One doesn't want to acknowledge the consequences, right? And that creates all kind of turmoil and chaos, especially where? In people's minds. So there it is. Yes. I always encourage Aaron to give God a try. I'm not kidding. But not with fear or oh my God, or you're not good enough, or you've done too many things, or this or that in your life, or whatever. You'd be amazed on how the return of the prodigal son, the story, it's no joke. On how the father just embraced his son, just happy to see his son back, regardless. It wasn't about the money. It wasn't about abandoning the farm, leaving the parents, going to do his own thing. It wasn't none of it. It was none of that. So basically, guy comes back. Well, now he stinks like pigs and got no more money and this and that. Now he comes home, right? And there were no consequences, basically. Oh, what was the consequence? Humiliation, embarrassment. And no doubt that got even deeper when the father just embraced him, stinky as he was, this and that. And the brother, the older brother, had a bit of a hard time with that, right? Yes? Rather than, my gosh, I'm glad I didn't do what my younger brother did. Glad I stuck with my father. Glad I stuck with the love of my father, rather than go through what my younger brother went through. Right? Yes? And we're embraced. He was embraced. And as soon as we decide, not just going to have this as a surface kind of thing, I want God within me, in my heart. I want to obey the commandments. I'm going to teach the people around me as much as I'm allowed to teach around me, right? Yes? Give it a try. For anyone here who has that, or struggle, right? And then don't question anymore. Be done with them. Learn. Grow spiritually, right? Yes? Okay, that's all I have to share this morning. Oh, got to get going with things. Oh, God's love and blessings always. May He protect you. And I'll talk to you all another time.